Morning students, in today's class we are going to discuss about sedimentation. So already we know what is a sedimentation. It is nothing but settling by gravitation. The only physical force which is aided is gravitational force. So what we are going to settle? So actually we are going to remove the suspended particles. So this is the main purpose of any sedimentation. So in any water treatment plant, after screening, the next process will be sedimentation. Already you know in screening all the floating objects will be removed, but in sedimentation we are going to remove the suspended particles. So basically there are two types of sedimentation are there. One is plane sedimentation. So plane sedimentation is actually only by gravitational force all the particles will be settled. The next one is sedimentation with coagulants. Coagulants are nothing but the chemicals which are added together. So these chemicals will be binded with the suspended and the colloidal particles. Hence larger molecules will be formed and thus it will be settled at the bottom. So hence it is clear there are two types of sedimentation. So of this, sedimentation with coagulation will be taking less time than that of plane sedimentation. So next comes the topic types of settling. So while considering the sedimentation, we have to see type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. There are 4 types of settlings are there. Discrete settling, hindered settling, zone and compression. So while coming to this discrete settling, usually the particles will be settled like this. Each and individual particles will be settling like this. Then the hindered settling, 2 or more particles will be combined together. So the larger molecules will be formed and it starts settling. Then the third one is zone settling. In zone settling, the particles will be settled as a zone. So likewise, we cannot able to distinguish each and every particle. It will be combined into a zone. Then the last one is type 4 settling, that is compression settling. More probably this is similar to the zone settling, but the process will be taking in terms of compression. Okay. Then while discussing about the sedimentation, the important topic what we should discuss is settling velocity. Usually consider, suppose in a sedimentation tank, a particle starts settling. Usually this particle will be having different velocity at the initial stage. But once if it reach at the middle portion of the tank or some portion of the tank, this particle will be attaining a constant velocity, that is what we call as a terminal velocity or settling velocity. So actually Newton's and Stokes, they have given various formulas to calculate the settling velocity. So Newton's law discuss about this. So always this Newton law is used when the diameter of the particle, that is diameter of this suspended particle, is greater than 1 mm. So this is the formula to calculate the settling velocity. V suffix s is equal to root of 4 by 3 g by c, capital C suffix d. So this g is nothing but acceleration due to gravity, already we know. The c suffix d is nothing but coefficient drag. That is nothing but whenever a particle is settling, there will be a drag force which is acting, that is which makes the particles to come very fast and settle at the bottom. So to calculate this drag force, first initially we need what is the Reynolds number. So Reynolds number, already we know that Reynolds number is nothing but rho into Vs into d by mu. The rho is nothing but density, Vs is settling velocity and d is the diameter of the particle and mu is nothing but the dynamic viscosity. Okay, so by using this formula, first we have to calculate Reynolds number. If the Reynolds number is between 0.5 to 10 to the power of 4, then your drag coefficient, we have to use this formula. Suppose if your Reynolds number is between 10 power 3, that is 1000 to 10 to the power of 4, then your coefficient of drag will be 0.4. Suppose if your Reynolds number is less than 0.5, then your coefficient drag will be 24 by R. So in this formula, while substituting this CD will depends totally on Reynolds number. Based on the Reynolds number, we have to choose the formula and we have to substitute this. This SS is nothing but specific gravity of the suspended particles. So whatever particles we are considering, we have to find out what is the specific gravity. Usually in problems, they will give this value. D is nothing but the diameter of the particle. Then the next one is Stokes' law. So we already know that Newton's law is employed when the diameter of the particle is greater, but Stokes' law is used when the particle is of lesser size in the range of 0.1 mm. So this is the formula to calculate settling velocity. 1 by 18 g by mu into rho s minus rho into d square. This is nothing but g is acceleration due to gravity, mu is dynamic viscosity, and this rho s is nothing but density of the particle, and rho is nothing but density of water. In t is the diameter of the particle. So either we can use this formula or this or this. But this formula involves kinematic viscosity, that is nu. So we can use mu or nu. But see here, while using mu we have to use the density. While using nu we have to use the specific gravity. So whatever it may be, so both formulas we can use to find out the settling velocity. So while calculating this kinematic viscosity, you know that it will be calculated in terms of centistoke. It is nothing but 1 centistoke is equal to 0.01 centimeter square by second. So actually this also will be given in the problem. So whenever in problem they are asking to calculate settling velocity, first thing you have to see what is the diameter, and then you have to see whether all these data are given, then substitute and get the answer. Thank you.